All right, boys. I just got home from work, and the articles already got removed. So the only source we have here is from Wooly. So shout out to Wooly, because he was able to get a video out fast enough about an hour ago. And he went over most. He didn't click on all the articles, but it's some good information here. If you're like me, you've been trying to find any leaks from the Chinese event that happened, I think on Sunday. Look, I know it's tomorrow, the big reveal. I'll be streaming it. We got literally 24 hours and 53 minutes. All right. We're very close, very excited. And let's see. You haven't seen this yet.
We have received quite a lot of information regarding the upcoming 0.3 update for Path of Exile 2. Now, this is in the form of leaks from
There was some Mercenary. Mercenary Season 3, smoother crossbows and stronger combos. Now, my issue, a lot of you play Mercenary because I did like 10 Mercenary builds. I know a lot of you followed me for that. You know that it jams up when you switch between ammos. So seeing that is nice to see. Stronger combos is going to be nice because when I think there's not really any combos like Galvanic and the Shock Burst. But I mean, like a combo for Mercenary, I mean, there's a lot of like shotgun blast, like incendiary shot, like the ice one that really, I guess they could combo into something. Maybe if they change the one where you shoot the ice chunks at the ground to maybe be like shock burst rounds, but like for ice and just like completely like freeze and blast the enemy like machine gun instead of shooting at the ground, that would probably be really cool. But and then Warrior Season 3, rekindle flames, ancient totems, and new defenses, which enhance summons and new occult weapons.
Labs here. Cammy Labs. I don't know.
Move.
Is a good looking wiener.
Don't you dare. So, if all of this information is to be believed, and I've been paying Path of Exile for a very long time, and from what I can tell, this does
turned off his
look
chat
legitimate.
fart
All
sound
the information shared.
Did we miss something? Hold on. Did he scroll down?
To be believed.
Oh, stop.
And I've been playing Path of Exile for a
wiener.
Don't you dare. So, if all of this information...
Oh. Okay. Ranger Season 3 and Dexterity classes, new skills, reworks, and reinforced defenses. That's good because we basically just have to pump evasion and pray. They obviously used AI for all of these, which is fine. Lineage supports, support gems, sprint. He goes over all of those. Now, these are all from the Chinese event they had. And supposedly, Colonel Wooly here, he said, what did he say? The articles were requested to be removed till tomorrow by GGG, basically confirms that the leaks are accurate. I mean, obviously, they want to hype it up themselves, so.
Is to be believed. And I've been playing Path of Exile.
Hold on. See if we can see anything else. The Interludes, a bridge between Act 4 and the Endgame. Act 4, a new era of adventure. Yeah, I know he goes into it. Let's just watch it.
I've been playing Path of Exile for a very long time, and from what I can tell, this does look legitimate. All of the information shared here looks legitimate. Supposedly coming straight from Jonathan Rogers,
a free weekend,
director of Path of Exile 2, in an interview with the guy that owns this website. So all of this information, to me, looks legitimate. I'm going to break down the most important aspects here. Number one, there's going to be a free weekend for playing Path.
I'm just curious real quick. All right, the website won't load. Let's go back to this.
When this patch drops, goes live on the 29th. Chat, stop! 40.
Turn it off.
So when this patch goes live, there'll be a free weekend. All of your progress will be saved, and you will be able to.
He really didn't turn it off, by the way.
Any platform, PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 5. So that's pretty cool. Second of all, Act 4. This is a major addition.
A new era of adventure revealed. In an interview, he unveiled the highly anticipated Act 4, which continues the story directly after the conclusion of Act 3. This new stage marks a decisive turning point in the adventure, both in terms of its narrative and its completely redesigned gameplay and structure. Quest for the instrument of the third edict. The player, now accompanied by Doriani, sets out in search of an ancient weapon capable of fighting corruption. The instrument of the third edict. Shattered ages ago, this legendary relic is said to have seen its fragments scattered across the Garui Arpelagio, the ancestral territory of the tribes. So it looks like, because I was thinking, well, if they showed that weapon being put together, we'll get all the acts. But it seems like we're going to get acts 1 through 4, 4 being the new one, and then a new interlude before we go to maps, which, sign me up. I'd rather do that than having to do Cruel ever again in my life.
into the game. Obviously, this is not the finalization of the campaign, but this is just a huge portion of content. And you can see here that
to take this mission, players must first join in King's March, recruit a ship, and set sail. From this point, because apparently Act 4 is completely non-linear, player can explore the islands in any order they wish, opening the way to a unique and personalized experience. That's fucking cool. I like that.
There are, 24?
Easy, sir. Easy.
Are, 24 different zones?
Why is it gotta act like this?
That there are...
Okay. We got that. Consists of 8 islands, each teeming with creatures, legends, and dangers. Wakapanu, an island with heavenly beaches marked by a mysterious curse. Kin Island, a volcanic territory where miners driven by an obscure force frantically extract sulfur. The lands of several Garui tribes whose ancient wisdom could provide crucial clues about the lost instrument. Each destination offers a unique atmosphere, a unique bestiary, and memorable battles. Now, I did see that they said there was no new class. Now, it's a shame because Druid was shown off 2 years ago? It's like, damn, how long does it take? You know?
24 different...
Intense battles and fabulous treasures. With over 100 new monster types. Holy shit, dude. That's a lot. 16 new areas. 12 new bosses. Now think endgame. That's 12 new bosses for the endgame when you're doing maps. So that's nice in and of itself. And numerous surprising encounters. Act 4 promises a wealth of content rarely seen before. Players will be able to discover new treasures, face formidable opponents, and take on challenges worthy of their courage. I mean, look, Act 4 looks really cool. All the islands, 8 islands, 100 new monster types, 16 areas. That's 2 per island. That's crazy. Jonathan Rogers has deliberately chosen not to reveal everything. Part of the pleasure will lie in the personal discovery of the secrets buried in the arpeologio. I know how to say a word, I just can't right now. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna leave some things for us to find, which is fine, but man,
zones, I think it said. So you can expect 100 new monster types, 16
that's crazy.
New areas, and 12 new bosses here in Act 4. And it looks to be Karui themed here, an archipelago full of mysteries, Karui island hopping, stuff like that. So to
the interludes. After introducing Act 4, Jonathan Rogers revealed what players can expect before diving into the endgame content. Until now, players had to restart the entire campaign to access it, a long and sometimes repetitive process. With the addition of Act 4, this approach simply became too cumbersome, so the team came up with an alternative, Interludes. Now, keep in mind, this is only for early access, but this is fine. This is great.
With the fact that the whole campaign is still not finished, they are going to introduce Interludes, and basically from...
there are 3 of these Interludes. Oh, really? They form parallel narratives that will take players from level 60 to 65, the threshold at which the endgame finally opens. Although temporary, they will disappear with the arrival of Acts 5 and 6. Right, so it's only temporary for now. Hopefully we get 5 and 6. I don't know if they're going to do it before Christmas, after Christmas, but before New Year's, because if we do another 4 months, that puts us right before New Year's. But I'm hoping we have Act 5 and 6 by then. Hoping. Because they said Act 6 is very short. So, and we know we've seen a lot in the footage from 2 years ago of some of these bosses in Act 4 and stuff, maybe some Act 5 stuff. These stories bring new locations, new fights, and a rich narrative transition between the campaign and the endgame content. The Curse of Houghton. The first interlude takes the player back to the village of Algam, which has been rebuilding since the fall of Count Geonor. Oh, okay. So this is cool. So they kind of added a new, unique story for the meantime, just for this this update, for this, I guess, league, if you want to call it, the third edict, which is pretty fucking cool. I like that. But a new threat looms. The neighboring town of Houghton is trapped in an impenetrable darkness. Every night, its corrupted inhabitants invade the surrounding farms. The player will have to explore new areas, face new bosses, and unravel the mystery of this nocturnal corruption. Oh, shit. I wonder if they're going to add bosses from, Act 5 and 6, maybe? Or because, if there's no way they made new bosses just for this temporary act and then are removing it from the... You know what I mean? Obviously, they could always put them in maps. But Either way, that's fucking cool.
Level 60 until
That's
level
fucking cool.
65, you are going to be doing these mini acts, and then you'll get to the regular end game as we know it. So once Act 5 and 6 come, then obviously these interludes will be removed. So basically, once you're done with Act 4, you're going to be expected to be around level 60, and then with this 0.3 patch, you will do these interludes up until 65, entering the regular end game.
I think I'm around between 45 and 50 when I finish Act 3. So yeah, makes sense.
Now, the next big piece of information.
I want to see the other interludes, but it's all gone. So they're adding these, I think they're called Lineage support gems. So this is an Wrath's Assault, an evolved version of Double Barrel. Now, Double Barrel basically gives you another bolt loaded, okay? It automatically recharges a skill when dodging. It also increases the number of projectiles the skill can hold, but it imposes a constraint. It is now the only way to recharge a skill. So this is for us crossbow users. Supports crossbow ammunition skills, causing them to load multiple extra bolts. Supported skills cannot reload normally, instead loading bolts when you dodge. Now, been talking a lot about how kind of feels bad to have these like incendiary shot and like the ice one where it's just these boom, boom, like these, you know, big shotgun blasts basically with the crossbow. And you can use the Last Lament unique crossbow, but it costs 300 life every time. But you can just boom, 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 just keep shooting it. But it's, you lose a lot of damage because then you're speccing into more life regen, you know, life steal, all that shit. So this, you can go boom, 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 and then like roll, and then have them back, and just this would make the shotgun abilities absolutely usable now. You don't have to worry about sucking your health down with the Last Lament, and I like this. So yeah, instead loading bolts when you dodge. Supported crossbow ammunition skills cannot reload. Supported skills load 3 bolts when you dodge. Supported skills load 3 additional bolts. So that would give us 4. If we're using like incendiary shot, we'd have the 1, and it would give us an additional 3. So we'd have 4 bolts. No plan, no stealth. I want shock. All I want them to know who did it, and I want them telling tales. That's the only way for us to earn their respect and their fear. Yeah.
Here are the
good for crossbows
support gems.
Lineage
support gems are drop only, so you can't just get.
And then what you can do with that is you can run call trips, which I've never done, and use that for dealing damage in between doing this, because you have to dodge roll for it. So this already opens up build possibilities for Mercenary that weren't there before. So this is really, really cool.
Them from random quest rewards and whatever.
Hell yeah.
They only drop from killing enemies, and they are essentially unique effects that you can link to your skills themselves. So you see here with Wrath's Assault, you cannot reload your crossbow skills normally.
Place into a skill support gem socket, and the skills panel applies effect. Okay, so it will take up a support gem socket.
But
okay,
you will load 3 bolts whenever you dodge roll. So a lot of potential synergy there. Maybe you can like speed up your dodge roll. Maybe they added some extra stats or something. Who knows? And there are
rarity and obtainability. Like unique items, Lineage supports are not obtained through traditional gems like the uncut support gem. They're acquisitions based on exploration and combat. Okay, so is he showing it here? Oh, maybe this one right here. Zarok's refrain. I think it said something about 40. Hold on. A
lot of potential synergy there.
Hold on, let's slow it down so I can catch it. Okay, then we got here drop from the Lineage supports Zarok's refrain. Some are only found by defeating specific bosses. Okay, so we're gonna have to target farm maybe some endgame bosses or a pinnacle boss. You know damn well they're gonna make a pinnacle boss drop one. Hell yeah. Others are part of the endgame drop pool. Their rarity varies. Some gems are relatively common, while others become essential for certain builds. Okay, we got some chase items, boys. Around 40 new media, approximately 40 Lineage supports that will enrich the endgame. Oh shit, I like that. Okay.
And there.
Oh, here we go. Offering as many opportunities to strengthen or transform a character. Some provide a simple, direct power boost, while others introduce new mechanics that will open the way to completely original builds. That's what we love to hear. Hell yeah. Okay, let's put this back on normal speed. I was trying to like pause it.
There are about 40 of these new Lineage supports, again, each with entirely
Hell
unique
yeah.
effects.
They look cool. All right, what do we got? Zarok's Refrain. Supports spells that affect an area around you or a target location. Supported spells echo twice, causing their effects to happen again after a short delay. But supported skills are given a short cooldown. Cannot support channeling skills, remote skills, skills which already have a cooldown, or skills which are triggered. I mean, that's pretty good. Echoes twice. Because you got the one... I use it for my blood mage. It was like the ice bomb, and it like echoed. So now this will do twice, which is... I don't know what the cooldown's going to be, but... and then we got this one. Easy, sir. Easy. Sion's Temper. Supports projectile spells. Supported spells have an increasingly higher chance to fire many additional projectiles in a circle, resetting when they do. Something Wild Shard on casting supported spells have a 20% chance to fire 8 additional projectiles in a circle per Wild Shard. All Wild Shards are... There's
more examples here. I'll leave the
link
to this website.
Why does it do that? Why can't it just... There we go. So gain 1 Wild Shard on casting supported spells. So Wild Shards was just a 20% chance to cast 8 in a row. I wonder how fast they increase. It kind of seems like the same thing. I would have to see how that works. But that's interesting. Like you gain the stacks. I wonder if the chance... I don't think they'd increase the chance per Wild Shards. Maybe if it was like 2%. Maybe 5%. I don't know how these are gained. Diala's Desire. Okay, let's see here. Supported skill which has levels. Increase the level and quality while reducing the cost and reservation. Oh shit. That's nice. I will become your Gemling Queen. New class, Gemling Queen. +1 to level of supported skill gems. Plus 10% to quality. So we could have 30% quality. Okay. And it reduces the cost and reservation. That's big. That's actually big. That's nice. So if you're doing like a cast on, like we were doing cast on freeze and we were doing comets, we could probably throw that on there. That'd be nice. Cost and reservation multiplier 90%. What is Arjun's medal here? Ammo conservation. Okay, we got one for the crossbow. Supports crossbow skills, granting a chance to load a bolt into all crossbow ammunition on kill with supported skill. 35% chance to load a bolt into all crossbow skills on dealing a killing blow with supported skill. I'm thinking galvanic shards for this, which we already know is OP when it comes to clearing. If you have this on galvanic, you have a chance to never reload, ever. So if you just pump a ton of skill speed and attack speed, this thing's just going to be... It's going to be nonstop. The 35% chance is high, is very high. As far as like the other skills, I mean, it depends on how they change everything around. Like if they make hailstorm rounds usable, that could be good for that. I mean, it goes up at a fast rate regardless, but yeah, if you're blasting mobs, 35% chance, you're not going to have to reload with this. But then it's like, well, do we want to lose the damage on galvanic? There's got to be something else that's going to, you know what I mean? Because you're still going to have to switch to use the other one. But it's like, well, you could get away with not having a lot of mana cost to reload with this. Yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. But good to see so far. There's a lot of Mercenary stuff. And Mercenary already feels pretty good. There's obviously some things that need to change. But for the most part, Mercenary is pretty freaking good. What's this one? Go down. Go down. Go down.
In the description.
It's a Hardy Totems.
Samples here. I'll leave the link.
Yeah, it just says categories Hardy Totems. I don't know what a Hardy Totem is. Well, we won't know. Let's put them back to normal speed.
In the description below if you want to check out all of these links.
I would like to, but they shut it down.
Big piece of information here is an entire
support gems. A major overhaul to unleash build creativity. Support gems, after talking about sprinting, which we'll get to, Among the most notable new features presented by Jonathan Rogers, one directly concerns character building, the support gem system. These stones are at the heart of Path of Exile's identity since they allow you to enrich skills, create synergies, and give rise to an infinite number of playstyles. However, their operation in PoE 2 presented certain limitations.
Overhaul to support
which
gems
I agree.
in general. The biggest piece of information is that you are no longer restricted to only using one support gem, period. You can use multiple support gems of the same exact type across different skills. You can't like put all of projectile. Okay. You can't go like greater multiple projectiles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So like Gemling, because Gemling allowed you to use an existing support gem in another skill. I've never played Gemling as much as I've done Mercenary, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know if it allowed you to do multiple, like, across all skills for just another, like an additional time. But they're definitely going to rework the Gemling Ascendancy. If they're allowing you to do that now, they're definitely going to take that node away. So I know they said they were going to rework some Ascendancies, so I expect Gemling to have some reworks.
On the same skill. But you can do GMP on this skill, and that skill. No problem whatsoever, no penalty. Also, we now have...
I like that, because there's a few that I would like to, put on other things. I was like, well, I got to switch it around. So that's kind of nice. Let me slow this down again. The end of an overly restrictive restriction. Until now, each character could only equip one copy of a given support gem. This rule was intended to prevent builds from becoming standardized around the same powerful supports, but it had a perverted effect. It discouraged the use of multiple skills. Players were forced to focus all their potential on a single permanent. I agree. This is good. This is good. This restriction is now gone. It is now possible to use multiple copies of the same support gem on different skills, opening the door to a much richer diversity of builds. Because like when I think Mercenary, there's probably only like 2 or 3 maybe that I would run across the same, But for the most part, they're gonna be different. Like I don't think there's gonna be a class where you use the same 5 support gems on every skill. I mean, you could if you wanted to now, but I don't think that's going to be like the meta. You know what I mean? So hell yeah. Lightning arrow, Stormcrawler arrow, lightning rod. So as you can see, scatter shot. He's got scatter shot on Stormcrawler and lightning, which is nice. Having multiple scatter shots. I wonder if they're going to reduce the damage penalty. Release builds and new synergies. This new freedom profoundly changes the dynamics of build. A poison build will now be able to apply and stack effects on multiple skills, not just one. I like this. I like how it sounds. Utility skills, often neglected because they are less effective in the endgame, can be supported by powerful gems without sacrificing the performance of the main spell. Players will be encouraged to combine multiple abilities rather than being locked into a single strategy. So they're going back to where they want you to like do combos and not like focus on one ability. Which I don't mind. Like if I can have like 3 or 4 main abilities that are all good, I'm okay with that. Real progress in media. Another major improvement is the introduction of progression tiers for support gems. Oh shit. Double barrel 1, 2, and 3. Oh shit. Until now, there were only 3 tiers, most of which were accessible very early on, reducing the sense of progression throughout the campaign. Now, some media are evolving more gradually and offering new high-level effects. Okay. So, double barrel 1 is 30% less reload speed, and you load an additional ball, and then 20% less. And 3 is support skills reload automatically when heavy stunning an enemy with them. Supported skills have 20% less reload speed, and supported skills load an additional bolt. Damn. This makes me think back to our Titan crossbow build we did, how we were heavy stunning and doing the armor break. So double barrel with that would basically, we would never have to reload, ever. Like we could make a build around that, and that's really, we're going to be able to make some builds now, boys. This is actually really, really cool. Now, I've seen a lot of comments on Woolie's video here about like people, oh, well, if this is all that's coming, I'm not interested. I'm going to skip. It's like, we already seen some of the trailers. We don't know if it's like Abyss Delve or what it's going to be, but like, this isn't everything that's in there. All right. Wait till tomorrow. You'll see. It's going to be a lot. Right. But I mean, this right here is cool. So you can pump into heavy stun and then use double barrel, and then just so that's 2 so far that lets us basically have infinite ammo. And then I wonder if what was it, scavenger or whatever, shard scavenger, the one that lets you reload as well. We got some options, boys. Yeah, so +1 projectile about -30, and then penalty adjusted -20, and then rapid casting. Wait, what? Oh, I guess it's just a different skill. It's like, whoa, we have rapid casting on it. Starts with 15% and then +20% casting speed. At rank 3, the support changes its logic. Each different spell cast in the last 8 seconds grants +10% casting speed, a huge advantage for multi-spell builds. Oh shit. So if you use like 3 or 4 spells, you can get up to 40% cast speed and just rotate them. And then you think with what's it, Trinity? Oh, that's going to be crazy. Okay. All right. I see what they're doing here. Old and new. Go down, Wooly.
Here.
Let's put them back on normal.
Double barrel has 3 different tiers. You have a 30% less reload speed, but you reload 1 additional bolt, and then it buffs the reload speed a little bit, going from a 30% penalty to a 20%. And then you get a bolt whenever you heavy stun an enemy. When you hit a heavy stunned enemy, let's go, dude. We love our heavy stuns in Path of Exile. But
old and new. Oh, goes up to 5 tiers now. Okay. All right. I see how they did that. Okay. So basically, yeah, you can either get a new one or level up your existing, or just go straight. Like if you have a 5, you can just go straight for Brutality 3. You know what I mean? Is there any new here? Stoicism? I don't think there's anything new here. Okay.
These ranks to your support gems.
And for the end game, come on, go down.
Aside from just, unlocking the certain tiers of support gems as it was on the previous patch, now you have actual progression inside of each support gem on top of that, which is pretty exciting. That, plus the fact that you can use multiple copies of the same gem across any skill, means the build diversity is going to skyrocket in PoE 2, which was one of my biggest complaints. And for a lot of people, that is like the biggest complaint, was the lack of build diversity and how we were kind of like
right there with you, sir,
using this combo skill to set up for this skill and blah blah blah. Now there's a whole bunch more opportunities. This is a massive
This overall gives a better sense of progression throughout the campaign, but the team also wanted to spice up the endgame. This is where a new system comes in, Lineage supports. Okay.
Massive change
to
support gems.
Sprint, a new mechanic. I don't know how I feel about this. I'll give my thoughts after we listen to Wooly here.
Another big change here is sprinting. They're adding the ability to sprint. Now, how this works is you're going to hold down the dodge roll key. You'll perform a dodge.
I still think they should just bump movement speed a little bit. So basically, after you dodge roll, you hold the button. So if you're on controller circle or B, and then you'll sprint. But if you get hit, you get knocked down. So
and then if you're holding down the key, you will then sprint as long as you can hold it down. There's no stamina meter. You can just do it indefinitely. But it says right here, if you are hit while sprinting, you fall to the ground. And knowing Path of Exile 2 and how they're dealing with crowd control effects right now, this is going to be a long...
Yeah, so this is basically going to be like if you went the wrong way on a map and it led to a dead end, or like, you need to go back. Think of like areas that have like 2 exits. You could like use the sprint and run through, and as soon as you get back to where you were, then do it. Or like if you're doing an end game map and you need to go all the way back around, and how checkpoints can be, you'll be able to sprint and not worry about the enemies. That's probably the real only place I would use it. I can't imagine if you're going to get knocked down using it while you're just mapping. That's going to be a pain in the ass.
Time on the ground. You are not want to get hit. You are sprinting. So
you're not. You're not going to do that.
This change overall. You get because so much why? I didn't even
it.
disable it.
You didn't turn it off.
You guys. I baited you guys. I said I was going to do it and I didn't do it because I knew it might work, and then it doesn't work. Okay, all right, I'm turning it off. And there's a similar mechanic right now with using the mount system on the Ranger class. If you're using a mount and you get hit a certain amount of times, you get heavy stunned off of it and you fall to the ground, you have to like get up. So I'm assuming it's going to be as bad as that, if not even worse.
Probably.
So You'll never use this inside of combat unless you're like really stacking evasion or something like that, so you can't get hit in the first place. And overall, I don't like the idea of
solution for the leak. Sprinting isn't just useful for movement; it becomes a survival tool. Times of danger, holding the button allows for effective escape, as the initial roll protects a player and the sprint speed exceeds that of almost all monsters in the game. Oh shit, so it's fast then. This makes retreat possible even the most critical. So you can dodge roll and then like get a quick burst to get out of AoEs and shit. It'll have its uses. We'll have to see. I feel like people are gonna say sprint makes it too easy. You know what I mean? Because like if you dodge roll and you're still in range for the AoEs, you're just gonna get fucked. But if you can dodge roll and just hold it and then just real quick, like you're faster than a monster real quick, that might make it too easy. Then it's like, well, okay, well then now I don't need to pump as much evasion and I can be more of a glass cannon because I can run so fucking fast after I dodge roll that I don't got to worry about it. And then it's like, okay, well, if we do a mercenary build now where dodge rolling gives us ammo, we can dodge roll, sprint, and then pow, pow, and then dodge roll, sprint, pow, pow. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting with the mercenary using that. And then it's like, all right, well, is it going to get annoying? What if you accidentally sprint? You know what I mean? So, speeds up the overall pace of the game for players who want it without altering the visceral combat system. Makes it okay.
Because
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Of having rare monsters lingering around in in-game encounters and having the campaign maps be too big in general, instead of them addressing that, they're just saying, all right, now you can get to that last rare enemy that you left on the other side of your in-game map, 20% faster instead of just changing the criteria for in-game encounters. Maybe there's more information that's going to be coming out, and they do adjust these things like I'm saying, but
yeah.
This seems like a band-aid fix rather than an actual
yeah, maybe it's only temporary. I don't know.
But there's a lot more information on
maybe we'll see.
On this
yeah, I think
website,
that's all it goes over.
Look at it again, there's a link in the description below. There are specifics on how the Rangers getting reworked, the Warrior, or not reworked. There's specifics on
like
Ranger
to see
changes,
that article.
Warrior changes, Mercenary changes, and Witch changes. One important thing to note about all these leaks is that there is no new class thus far in all of that.
No new class. Interview today with Jonathan Rogers. He confirmed that the Druid will not be added with version 0.3, but will arrive in a future season. Damn, that's going to upset a lot of people. I mean, look, we've been talking about it. They said that they wanted to rework all of the existing skills in the game to make them viable for endgame. And seeing a lot of these, just a few of these supports that have like 3 levels now, these lineage supports, we don't know if we have to get a new weapon type, right? We have to. But if they're doing a lot of these lineage supports and then these, these going up to level 3 of these support gems, like a lot of these support gems, like the damage reductions and like just the downsides to them felt bad. And now that you can level them up, you get rid of a little bit of those downsides and you get some extra shit on top. So definitely feels like there's going to be more build diversity, which is going to be good. Like we have 6 classes. I know we're missing the Marauder, Templar, Druid, Shadow. But look, the early access, and I know we've seen a lot of footage from even 2 years ago of Druid and all that stuff, but it'll be worth it.
Information. No new class has been confirmed whatsoever, but if I had to guess, we are going to get a new class, and I think it's going to be a Karui-themed class, basically the Marauder. I think we're getting the Marauder, given that Act 4 is going to be island hopping, a bunch of Karui stuff. It's confirmed that Act 4's ascendancy mechanic is the Trial of the Ancestors, which that was a league from Path of Exile 1, which was Karui-themed. So basically, it's almost guaranteed to be the Marauder.
Right, yeah, because that just said he confirmed that the Druid will not be added. He didn't say no new classes will be added. He just said the Druid's not in there. So there's still hope.
Guaranteed to be the Marauder.
And I know, I saw some people saying, all right, well, that'll put him 8 months without a new class. And I was like, 8 months? I was like, oh, because, well, yeah, because Dawn of the Hunt, 4 months. And then if we don't get anything now, it's another 4 months, so 8 months. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and that's it for the leaks for 0.3. We'll see how many of these come true. Tomorrow, actually, we'll get the official GGG reveal and the live stream. They'll break down all the new content coming with the patch. We'll see how accurate these leaks are. But again, I've been playing the game for so long, all of that looks legitimate to me. But we'll probably get more
pretty
information
solid.
just from the official GGG reveal, such as the confirmation of, if we're getting a new class, what it's going to be, all that information. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Check out my stream at twitch.tv/WoollyGaming, and I'll see you in patch 0.3, August 29th.
All right. Obviously, we'll have this link down below. Give him a like and a sub if you haven't. Woolly's a pretty big channel here. But, yeah, I'm excited. I've been looking for anything. And obviously, by the time I got home, it was gone. And, we had to refer this video. So shout out to Woolly. But, yeah, man. Tomorrow, I'll be co-streaming on Twitch. I'll be live on YouTube. We're going to watch it. We're going to react to it. We're going to break it down. I'm excited. I have, I think, just about 1,000 hours in PoE 2, and I'm ready for some new content because Dawn of the Hunt has been a drag. I'm ready. And with all those mercenary changes, I was like, well, I may play the new class. But now I'm like, well, if they're reworking all that mercenary stuff and whatever that other article was that we didn't get to see about mercenary changes, I think I'm going to probably league start as a mercenary. We already know Galvanic Charge is good. Siege Cascade is good. Blast through it and see what all the changes are. And you got to think they're already going to change Gemling because they took a Gemling ability and just added it to support gems in general. So we're at least getting a change. Hopefully they rework Tactician with Barrage. We'll see. Hopefully they leave the pin because that shit's OP. Anyway, boys, let me know how you feel. And I'll see you tomorrow, all right? You know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you on the next one.